Good evening and welcome everybody. This is Obi-Wan Piz for Simplex Pachinko. We are doing some Elite Dangerous Titan bombing when the servers get up. We do have a small problem at the moment of it not happening. So got this maintenance down at the bottom corner here. And I've been closing this and reopening it and seeing if it's actually going to do anything, and at the moment it's not. So we'll hang out for at least a few minutes and see. Yeah, see how long it takes. Shouldn't be too much longer because they said it would be up by 1. So it is now 1:10. Let's see. I also want to run our Twitch recap because that's fun. Why not? Year in review, if you will. Annual recap. There's a button for that. Okay, so while we're here, thanks for everybody for coming in and making this a great year for us. We've had more engagement and everything else than ever before, so, you know, channel's growing. We like it. Here we go. Let's also knock that over to math night just because. This works a little bit better for browsers. So, we're going to do the... Oh, sure, why not? So, go with community, I suppose. Or no. That's right. That's the whole Twitch community. So we're going to switch over to streamer. We streamed for 486 hours this whole year, starting naturally from January, working all the way to now, just dated 2024, with 145 total streams. That's pretty incredible, with 136 distinct days streaming. I'm not sure if I like encroach. I think it's just calendar days. If I encroach into one, because I'm kind of like, you know, 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. give or take, if that counts as 2 days. Seems like not, given that we've had 145 streams with 136 distinct days. And I'm pretty sure I've had more than 9 disconnects. So it is possible that it thought it was 2 distinct streams, but they were really the exact same thing. Total number of hours watched, 2,242. Thank you all for being amazing. These are each about, what, 4 to 5 hours maximum. So like if we were to round up to 5, which is not correct for the average, but that would put us about 700 hours, which means that almost everybody has watched approximately 3 streams all the way through. So that's pretty awesome. That's not what I meant. Hang on. Wait, what? Yeah, pretty much. Hey Rex, how's it going? Sorry if you get stuck in the ads. I tried to run an ad at the beginning and then it just pulled me into another one. It was not warned. Cool. Gonna have to tell them about that. It's weird. Can't remember, is there a thing to be like, I'm doing this on stream? Nah, we already did this. Oops. Apparently we need to wait another 90 seconds. Apologies. And if anybody did get a pre-roll, there's a good possibility you're just seeing me sitting here and staring at nothing. So, sorry for that too. We're up. Alright, Elite Dangerous is now on. We'll get it opened up and quickly share our year in review. One more minute. You've been solving GCHQ's Christmas puzzles. Ooh. I think we're gonna go over to psych hits. PG. 20 more seconds. Almost there. All right, here we go. So we're back. Thanks for bearing with me there. So, hey. Top categories of the year. We are top 10% in the math category. We are also somehow top 10% of Elite Dangerous category and top 10% of the Astroneer category. Astroneer I can sort of understand. Math I can definitely understand. Elite Dangerous, I have no idea how we are the top 10% of that category. That doesn't make any sense to me. And our other ones which have taken up a significant amount of time were Baldur's Gate 3 and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Naturally, they do take up quite a bit of time. Hey, I'm also going to throw a shout out to Just Maina, who is an Elite Dangerous streamer almost exclusively, and is also a, as it says, mainer. So I told him about this idea. He was like, that's kind of brilliant. Also, really weird. Let's see. Let's flip. Okay. So we're gonna go with you today. Again, this is from John Gould's Maine Lingo, A Wicked Good Guide to Yankee Vernacular. I'm gonna have to keep looking at that, no matter how many times I actually do this. Under you, we have the word upstair. U-P-S-T-A-I-R. Upstair. Not so much in southern Maine, but in Aroostook, upstair is heard for upstairs. Now, you children get right upstair to bed. The same is true for downstair. Back of this, there seems to be a concept that upstair and downstair are places rather than directions. Compare up attic and down cellar in this sense. Alright, let's see. Top stream of the year, we have 92 viewers concurrent at the exact same time. that was the day that we were playing, say it in a southern accent. Well, if you're coming from, more the Georgia area, it would be more like upstairs. You would not remove the S because that would be totally offensive. I slipped into something else there. The 92 viewers was the day that we were playing Astroneer, and SES, System Era Softworks, had their community stream and rated us. That was a Friday night back in Maryland. So they do their community streams on Friday evening, like 5 o'clock their time, Pacific, and we were doing it right around. We were in the middle of a stream around 10 or 11 p.m. Eastern, and they got done with theirs and raided into mine, and that was quite a surprise. Granted, right, it's possible Gina, the community manager, community manager, knows who I am, and Joe, I don't remember exactly where their job titles differ from each other, but Joe's kind of the forward-facing developer who's like, this is what's coming up, and here's some really cool stuff, and Gina is more the, like, person manager, so she deals with the community members directly. Top tags of the year: teacher, English, and educational. If that's just the ones that I use the most, that's a lie. I pretty much never change my tags. 16,047 chats sent. Thank you, Mean Machine Rex, for boosting that today. Top channel emotes of the year. Yeah, that's mostly me using it, but nonetheless. Yikes used 14 times. Shocked using 6, and our triangle used once. Unless that's not me, and just like who else uses it. Biggest fans of this year gonna be Laz, Zach, Brandon Brookham, Don Does Math, Obi-Wan Pez. Lol. I don't deserve that because guess what? That is not me eating an eraser. That is me being shocked at the fact that I am a Pez dispenser. I was like, are people going to think that's soap? And Ian Stuckey. I was over on Psyche's stream, and I'm like, how does this like correlate? What do they do to say like who's the top fan or something like that? But I think it has something to do with like number of streams watched, number of hours watched, number of bits, subs, and other stuff that are bought, number of chats that are sent. Like it all just goes into like a cloud algorithm somewhere. We just don't know exactly what it is. Number of collaborations this year, 7, with Ian Stuckey, Penn Center, and Danny Highway. Those were the Good Job streams that we did, and we still have not finished that game, so probably want to get in there. We have received 46 raids. Thank you so much to our top 3 here: Don Does Math, Zach at Eat of the Two-Eye Pie, and Ian Stuckey, who have rated us a total of, I'm not reading this correctly, 31 times out of those 46. Raids sent 139, which if you remember our number up here, distinct days streamed 136, so like all but 3 of them rated somewhere. I think probably that's not quite right. I'm pretty sure every single one was a raid, unless unless the stream literally failed, like died and I could not get back on, which I think there was only one. Thank you so much for the follow. To whom did we raid? Actual Education 16 times, Ant streams 12 times, and Moohoodles 11. Moohoodles probably would have been more if we were still back in Maryland, because her streams start after like midnight Eastern, and that's 3 a.m. our time here. Or no, sorry, 5 a.m. That's not right. No, that's not right. But yeah, she streams way late compared to our time here, so I hardly ever get there anymore. Show me a Pez and how it's dispensed. So you take a Pez dispenser, and if you pull it up like this, there's a little notch at the back that gets pushed forward, which then pushes the candy forward. Now, I grant you, it's out of like the neck area here, but I thought it would be funnier if it was out of the mouth, because it's much more fun that way. I don't have any actual Pez candy to dispense, so if I did, I would definitely do that. 7 clips made of me from 5 unique people, and our top viewed feature clip of the year is our I was doing karate in our tiny little office back in Maryland. Punch across, and then we step over the body on this way, snap down, walk this way, come across like that, step off. This is our black belt form. In this sort of arrangement here, it's not good. And I will touch it down. And jump. Oh no, that's our brown belt form. That one is Nyanchi. Yeah, Nyanchi 1. You want to see me fight? No. First of all, there will never be any evidence. Silver did that one called Go Ahead, Divide by 0, see what happens. High scores of the year, 294 new followers, and given that our current follower count is 543, that means we have gained, like, you know, a substantial number. More than half of our current follower total came from knowing all of the other people in the Elements. So this group that we created here, the Elements, has done great things for every single one of us, and I need to thank all of them for just making me and making my channel so much better, for like hanging out here, even just hanging out, and constantly referring people to my channel as well. Do I know how to shoot a gun? I do as well. I'm more of a long rifle type person, where I like taking my time and, you know, using breathing to like manage the sight bob. I have also fired pistols and submachine guns and stuff like that, assault rifles. This was in New Hampshire. We had several gun ranges nearby, so I'm a sniper sick. I've never actually fired a sniper rifle, but I would, generally speaking, like I would use. So I have fired 22s, which are teeny. I'm trying to think like what else. 5.56 probably, with like a stand, so that I could sit, take my time, or lay down on the ground, take my time, and shoot that way. But yeah, they're pretty cool. Laz, hey, you got top billing on fans up here. Woohoo! Thank you so much. I have no idea exactly what that means, but, you know, it's still pretty cool. Anyway, new followers 294. Again, entirely thanks to the elements. Those are the people over there in the chat window. No, that way. In the chat window that I just posted. Those are our other math streamer and sciencey type streamer friends who have done so much to help grow this channel. We've had 12 new subscribers. Awesome, thank you so much. We have had 126,000 points. Those are the channel points spent in this channel. Granted, right, it doesn't take really anything to do except time, so those grow based on time. Shiny. Is a goat. Nope. Based on this recap data, this year you were rating puzzle solver of the year. I'm not exactly sure what that means. And our chat badge is the 2024 recap. Woohoo! Top channel emote. I will say that is also my favorite. And just in case we need to see, apologies, flashbang. This is my stream watching thing for the year. Now keep in mind, every time that I raid out, even if I just leave, I lurk, and then I get sent on follow-on raids, sometimes for like hours, if not the entire day ahead of when I stream something. And also, anytime that I like pull up Twitch on my phone, you know, I can just leave it somewhere and be happy that it's watching somebody else and giving them attention. Yeah, 12,000 hours watched. Not out of 349 distinct days that I have been on Twitch watching somebody. So, what's that, 16 days? 17 days out of this last year where I was not watching something. Top categories: Science and Tech, Elite Dangerous, Math, Just Chatting, Retro Gaming, and yep, that's it. I mean, I kind of do. I just, like, turn stuff on and then walk away. Most watched channel, Penn Center, with 509 hours, 1,790 chats sent, 14,893 points spent, and 75,000 points earned. Astro Canuck at 456 hours, Science streams at 454, Dawn Does Math at 447, and Mahoodles at 373, all coming in right after that. By the way, Obi is a Twitch extension. Excellent. Keeping in mind, again, I'm usually watching all 5 of these at the exact same time in different tabs. Now, does that mean that I'm engaging with every single one of them? No, absolutely not. I can't hear 5 things at once, but I'll usually turn up the volume on one of them if I notice they're doing something in particular. None of the people in the math site circle are in your top streamers. That's alright. You spend a lot of time elsewhere? Yeah, it's cool. The other thing is that a lot of us stream, like, sort of at the same time-ish. Kind of that, like, what, 2100 through 0500 block of UTC. So, like, it's hard to do. Eat of the Two-Eye Pie isn't on your top. Good choice. Ouch, man. Shmonite, welcome in. Top channel is Zach, yep. I have sent 22,500 chats. Top emotes of the year. Absolutely, I use JCM. Jason Charles Miller, by the way, if you don't know him, is a music streamer and has been doing stuff, including the theme songs for almost every single show that Critical Role and its subsidiaries and GNS, Geek and Sundry, and also now Alt Haven. Once was called Q Times. So like, and I will always use Ferd Time from Solu, Ferd Try. That one just makes me laugh every single time. Oh, I need to sub to his channel again. Twitch TV / Solu9. Okay. Resubscribe with Prime, because I can do Prime. Haha. Nice. Forgot. So, Solu_9 is one of our Twitch friends who came over from, or who is Psyche's friend. And, like, I met him through Psyche. She raids over to him, I think, the most often. And he does Final Fantasy XIV, which I don't really watch, but, you know, I watch his streams. I don't know anything about Final Fantasy XIV. Not really. High Potential was 1755. Well, yeah. I mean, High Potential also streams 24/7, with very few exceptions. So, staying on just sleeping while you're sleeping is pretty genius. Pomodoro streamer, who also is a maths grad. 440. Yeah. While you're earning points. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. I also watch Holonomy. Yeah. When I can. Hype happenings of the year. 5 gifted subs and 5 hype trains contributed to. Mod of the year. Yeah, 1,415 chats sent as a mod. Because I'm a mod here. I think that probably counts. And 2 channels moderator. What's the other one? It's probably Pens. Based on this, you're the chatty adventurer of the year. Lol. Anyway, let's get back into Elite Dangerous because fun things are happening. Elite client, share, and go to minicam, hop in. Alrighty. So we are currently in Al-Khajandi Enterprise in the Muang system. We are currently sitting in a Anaconda, which is a bit old. Haven't used it much with the Mandalay and other stuff coming out, but I was able to load up a huge amount of modules onto it, and then I'm trying to visit the engineers to say I want to I want to engineer all of these modules, which then once I get them engineered, I can go and put them on my other ships. Chatty grass toucher. Nice. Okay. We have Cobalt in the hold. We're currently full up, and we're trying to get to Fiagre for something else. I don't remember. Route plotted. Cool. Why are we there? Oop, community goal. Sol Lightens. Okay. We need to get to Fiagre for... other engineer. Great. Nope. Oh, that's a different... that's a different thing. who is in Beta 3. ED engineers, Beta 3 Tukani, that's it. The Sarge, who has... Come on. Cannons level 5. Limpets. We don't need limpets. And railguns. Crap. We also probably don't have the actual thing that he needs unless we already have Sarge. Who else are the engineers? I need an engineer who does weapons. Specifically... Fragment cannon. Grade 2, that's not helpful. Fragment cannon. Alright, let's just search this because this is going to take forever. Fragmentary cannon, 3 people. Zachariah and Nemo in Yoru, who goes to 5. And Marsha Hicks, who goes to 5 in Tyr, which I think is in Colonia. That's like really far away. Where is it? Come on. Yeah, it's in Colonia. So we're not going there. Yoru is... Ashlyn. Economy, refinery, and extraction. They have cobalt. No. Wait. Hang on. This is actually probably pretty good. No. Let's look up Yoru. No, it's even further away. That's alright. Let's see, we need metals? No. Yeah, yep, okay. Cobalt. Export, yeah. Landing large only. Import 13,000. District Manufacturing Depot, which is probably a ground site. Condom Chemical Assembly, also a ground site. Osman Manufacturing, probably a ground site. Research Expedition. Okay, let's go back over to here. Find the first one. It's 12,000. Basic. Plot route. Showing markets with large landing pads. Good. Alright, and then this also has the engineer there, which I really hope I have completed the requirements for, because otherwise that's going to be really sad. Who is it? Sarge Yoru. Somebody already had this open. I'm joking, it's me. don't need sensors. I need frag cannon. Double shot. Enables a double shot burst trigger fire pull, but at reduced range. Efficient. Reduces thermal load and power draw, but doesn't really do a whole lot. High cap. Increased mass and power draw are traded for increased ammo capacity and faster fire rate. Lightweight. Get rid of integrity and mass. No. Overcharged. 30% increased damage, and thermal load and distributor draw come up as well. Max is 70% increased damage with increased distributor draw of 35% and thermal load of 15. So that's the power it takes to fire in the moment would be increased by almost a third. Well, over a third. Alright, we need to go to Zachariah and Nemo for that. Ugh. Need to provide 25 units of Chihei companions. Yikes. Nemo Cyber Party Base. Alright, we will try and go there and see if we have the rep for it. Okay. You have been awarded 2.5 million credits for work this week. You were part of the Thargoid threat in Alpha Centauri, or fixing the Thargoid threat in Alpha Centauri. You get this stuff. Cool. And then also... don't hit the bottom, don't hit the bottom, don't hit the top. Okay, we're good. So yeah, this is the Anaconda. It is a battleship in both name and size, or function and size. And Kohio is currently vulnerable. Press the advantage and destroy Kohio in Seoul. Equip Thargoid Pulse Neutralizer, Caustic Sink Launchers, and Guardian Nanite Torpedo Pylons in order to make it in. Okay. So, we're going to do this one run, get out to Yoru, see if we can engineer these guys, and then if we can, we'll do that, and if we can't... Oh, the actual Pez flavors? Yeah. Or milkshake. You don't want to make yourself too productive at work, because otherwise they start relying on you. Being like, you can have increased responsibility. Be like, so usually when I go with milkshakes, I'm doing something either like Oreo or like tropical fruit. Kind of goes one of two ways. Yeah, I find something like pina colada works really well with the ice cream. Bailey's milkshake, yeah. Like I generally take it easy with alcohol, so like ever since 15 years ago or something like that, I just don't drink all that much. It's not for any particular reason, just like, you know, alcohol kind of makes you a little bit heavier. So I found that annoying. And then recently with my gallbladder needing to be taken out, it's like my liver just feels like it's not happy with me, so I tend to take it easy. So a lot of the like hard alcohol drinks I just don't have anymore. Just don't bother. But we went to Hawaii this one time and we're standing in line and like I mean, well, we weren't in line, so we were in Hawaii. I think we were going to do our little puddle jump to get to the Big Island from Honolulu. So Oahu is the island that we were on. We'd been there for pretty much a week. My spouse had some work stuff to do, and then it was like, all right, well, we're gonna just faff around for the next 5 days after she's done with the work stuff. I've told the story about going to Duke's there before, and I will definitely tell that again sometime. But we were getting on, or we were waiting for the plane to arrive, and she said, you know, why don't we have tropical drink? Because, like, that's something you should do, because you're in Hawaii, right? And we went over to the bar, and I ended up getting a drink called the Tropical Itch, and she got, I don't know, like a Mai Tai or something like that. You know, pretty standard drinks. You know, tropical fruit type stuff. Has a lot of rum. And, so we're like, okay, well, this ought to be fun. And it's like, I don't know, 11 p.m. or something ridiculous like that. Like, we just decided this would be a good time. We pick, you know, that flight. So we end up going to the bar, and then we order our 2 drinks, and we watch him make it, and, you know, goes over to the blender and does all this stuff, and then comes over to the bar, grabs the alcohol, and goes over to mine and pours like 2 shots in, and then mixes it up again, and then dumps it all in, and then on top of that puts another shot of alcohol over the top, which then drains through. So it looks kind of cool that it has this, like, I don't know, like, you know, little fingers of whatever dark heavy rum he was using. And I just look at her and I'm like, oh no, this is not good. Like, I was not prepared for three servings of alcohol this late, and, you know, everything else. And then he does the same for hers with something, and I'm just looking at her. I'm like, we're gonna be all set. So we're, I don't know, probably about like 2/3 the way through our drinks, and the plane comes in, and they're like, okay, everybody start lining up, and we're like, so I mean, we can't take this on the plane, obviously. They're like, yeah, you know, make sure you clean up your snacks and everything like that before you get on the plane. We're like, So I ended up, like, I don't know, chugging the last third of mine, and then she was like, I can't finish this, and gave it to me, and I'm like, alright. So, yeah, I was fine, but it was not particularly, it was not particularly a memorable flight. Pretty much we sat down, and my spouse said she remembers taking off and then landing. And it's like an hour later. And then I was awake the whole time, but I was real loopy. It's just like, oh, alright, I'm okay. Didn't feel sick, which surprised the hell out of me. And then the stewardess came by and asked what kind of drinks we wanted. I was like, water. Just all the water. So I've always been fairly responsible when it comes to alcohol in general, just because, like, my family is riddled with alcoholism, going a long way back. Like, you could trace as easily as you could trace my family history of, like, you know, public record documents, you can also trace alcoholism. Like, it's that bad. So I've always taken it easy. This was probably one step too far. I don't think I've ever had that much alcohol without being sick. College, naturally. There was this one time where somebody had made tequila. Oh my god. Come on. I mean, yeah. If we had all the money in the world and didn't have to worry about a lot of other stuff. Negative health effects or anything like that. Okay, L-class brown dwarf. What else we got? We're 5 jumps out. Crap. I think we got plenty of time still, but nonetheless. So yeah, somebody made drinks and put too much tequila in it, and like I drank mine, and over the next hour, my spouse had not had hers, and I was just like, she was like, I can't drink this. I was like, all right, well, I'll just take it. So I drank that within far too short of a time. I had already had like some, you know, malt liquor, whatever, and then one of our friends was like, who wants to do shots? And I was like, yeah. So because I was already blitzed, I didn't know what I was doing. I was, however, fully aware and like able to make choices still, so like that was good, I guess. And yeah, one of my friends like vomited in the hallway trying to make it to the bathroom. I made it to the sink and was just like for about 5 minutes before I threw. And I was just like, yeah, never again. So then the rest of the night was spent drinking water. Because again, still somewhat responsible, just not entirely in the moment. But, so I have a rule, is pretty much every time that I have one serving of alcohol, whatever it is, I restrict myself to not having any more until after I have a matching number of pints of water. Pints. So, like, you have to drink, you know, you have to drink a lot of water, and then that's gonna start cycling the alcohol out, and also, like, keeping you hydrated the whole time. So, it's good stuff. Just, it's a good rule, and I've never had a hangover since then. So, it's pretty good. Vodka and Red Bull? Yeah. So I made the mistake of going... So I was in Denver for one of my conferences, and the first time that I was there, I'd had a few pints with dinner, and then I went to a dispensary, and I was like, fuck it, let's try. I got an edible, and I was like, you know, the first one said on it, wait about 2 hours for it to work. And so I was like, alright, cool. So I waited 2 hours, and nothing was happening. And I waited another hour, and nothing was happening. And I'm like, alright. So I took the second one. And then, an hour later, nothing had happened still. So I was like, eh. So I took a third. Then the first one kicked in, and I went, oh no. I have made a mistake. I have miscalculated. Within about 20 minutes, the ceiling was breathing. Like, I could still actually think pretty clearly, and had like a pretty lucid overall trip. Do not recommend. I also woke up in the morning with a massive hangover, and I threw up, and, you know, people would be like, what do you mean, you don't get a hangover when you have pot? And it's like, well, no, but I had been drinking, and then also decided that mixing the two drugs would be a great idea. I just didn't think, like, one would affect the other, that being that far apart from each other. No, it definitely did. Yep, so, like, the first little bit when it hit, the ceiling was kind of, like, bubbling a little bit. I was like, that's really weird. And then, when it really kicked in, when it actually kicked in, I was seeing what was going into my eyes as a slideshow. And it was, like, going off into the distance on this, like, roller coaster. And then it started, like... It started coming at me like a cinema reel of just, like, you know, flick, like, at roughly speaking 30 frames a second. Like, and then I could see myself farther on getting up and, like, going to get help because I was freaked out. And then I was like, nope, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. And I calmed myself down. Like, I started basically having a panic attack because I was just like, this has never happened to me before. I don't know what's going on. Arrgh. Obviously, I needed a trip sitter. Would have been a great idea. But yeah, so I talked myself down from it and was like, okay, nobody has ever died from just taking pot. You're fine. Like, just calm down, relax, and enjoy the ride. And I did. The rest of it was pretty good. But yeah, the hangover the next morning, and the fact that I felt like I'd been run over by a truck. A, because I was hungover from alcohol, and then dehydration because I spent most of the night on this trip going, staring up at the ceiling. Again, not a good choice. It's like all of the moisture just left my body. So I woke up the next morning, I felt like I'd been run over by a truck, and the other problem with it is that, like, all of your serotonin, one of the neurotransmitters anyway, all of it is gone. You are depleted when you have a like large scale drug trip. So I was not feeling good the entire day. I was, you know, half asleep and stuff like that, and still going to a conference. A couple of the people who were there noticed, and I was like, we shall never speak of this. You know, I didn't sleep well because I was high. And, you know, brain is trying to be active the entire time. But no, I haven't tried mushrooms. This was the only actual... Yeah, marijuana is the only drug that I have actually tried, and it was edible. So, I mean, that's different compared to even smoking it or anything else. It's just, everything is different, depending on how you take it. Take antidepressants? No. Yeah, I'm not looking to amplify anything. I'm perfectly happy where I am. I mean, the same thing happens when you're on, like, antibiotics. So I was on an antibiotic one time when I had, I think it was like strep throat, because I have kids. You always get strep throat at some point or another. And I had an advent calendar for beer. And I was like, let's, you know, drink from the beer advent calendar. Woo. I was like, why do I feel like I've had 4 when I've had 1? What's a good non-math or physics class to take in the spring semester? I mean, it kind of depends on what you got. So, like, if you have general education requirements that you still need, some of those are pretty nice. And, like, if you take something like a philosophy class, a lot of those can be really cool. Like, as you get into the semester, you start discussing really cool things. And, like, you're coming out of winter, heading into spring, and everything's feeling hopeful and nice when it gets to the end. Unlike my first semester, when we started getting into, like, nihilism in December, where it was just like, ugh. And here I am in England now, so... This winter is going to be pretty wild, I think. Everybody keep asking me questions about stuff, and I'll let you know how I'm feeling, and we'll discuss whether I need to go see a psychiatrist. If you notice me starting to slide into depression and anger, this way. Not the biggest fan of philosophy offerings. Yeah. Most of them are religion or religion adjacent. That's fair. So I took the original, Philosophy 101 class in my freshman year, which was really cool. And we discussed a lot about political philosophy. So we did Plato's Republic and things like that, which really helped me understand, like, where a lot of people are coming from. And like, hey, so you the actual But once I started getting, we went to, my spouse and I both took the same class one semester, which was computer power and human reason. Which was a philosophy class that was based on, the hell? I said it was like 19,000. Looks like somebody else snagged that one. Okay, cool. Alright. Buy. Compare to. We want to go to. First of all, is there anything super easy that we can do when we... Oh, party. Nemo Cyber Party Base. Oh my god, yes. Battle weapons. Oh no. Let's also actually check this just real quick. Where are we? And what is the power play like out here? This is exploited by Ashland Duval. Oh no. No, I can't do that one. Okay. Flood market with low value goods. So that'll only work. Alright, we got ads. I think that will only work if we purchase the goods and sell them in a different system. We're gonna go take this, and we're gonna go to here. Nemo Cyber Party Base. Are we on the same planet? We are. Oh my god. If he says he wants any of this stuff, I'm just gonna be depressed. Heavy duty armor. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I think we want to go over to the other one. Maybe. Actually. Nah, not worth. What thrusters we have on here? 7C? I feel like that should be okay. I don't know why we're feeling sluggish. It's a big ship, but like... Okay. So Rex, my spouse and I both took besides the philosophy, computer power, and human reason course, which was really cool because we discussed a lot of like Asimov and Arthur C. Clarke and things like that, Ray Bradbury. So we did a lot of sci-fi reading. We also did neural networks class for graduate school, which was very useful and could have gotten me a job at my old company. So I was doing a job in credentialing radiologists. So the idea was to check that all of their credentials, make sure that they are allowed to do X-ray and MRI screenings and stuff like that in whatever state they had applied for compensation. So it was a job that was, what was it? It was in the fraud detection division. So it was possible that I could have gotten a job there had I not also gotten a job offer at the community college at the same time. Or, like, it was going to take another week for them to get back to me. And I was like, I just need to, like, hear back from these people. And the lady was like, yeah, we need an answer, like, now for this job because I want to get somebody started, now. And I said, all right, well, I'll let you know if the thing falls through, but I'm going to wait for them. So she shook my head and said, you always have a, job here if you're interested. Nowadays, I don't think, it's been 15 years, I don't think it would still be on offer. Because quite frankly, I am that much more removed from all of my programming and things like that, so I think I need to prove myself. That one.
Anaconda receive Oscar Bravo India Heavy Flight Control online. Welcome, Commander. Request docking permission if you wish to land.
Oof. I think I saw that coming. 34%. Oop, right. This is a very, so the cockpit is way up on the top. You can see the little nub that's on it. I need to come in much higher. Little wings and stuff like that that are on it are not where I think they are every time. Alright, local services.
Landing operation complete.
Hope he stars and catch me if you can.
System shut down. Welcome, Commander.
Nice. Okay, so we only have grade 3 for the multi-cannon, but this is fine. High cap? Power's gonna increase. Increases to 8 and load. Do that with showing faster. Reduce increase to damage function. Fire. Increases fire performance per itself. But increases 0. Reduce the initial damage. Also reduce the good. Feels a little bit. Slowly go upside. 0.30. Or restrict finish. Increase the size by 2. 8. That's ultimate. Increase the damage. I think that much is best. Let's move back. And then one smart. Ooh. So you can't accidentally shoot other people. That's nice. Temporary weaken hull. Delivers superheated rounds, increasing damage and converting a large portion of thermal. 200% thermal.
download and go to
Hmm.
listen offline. Get 3 free months before it ends. Cancel anytime. Tap the banner to learn more.
I'm getting pretty significant, looks like memory leak or something like that. So I'm going to close Firefox here for a sec. Do anything, but nonetheless. Seems like it's still kind of messed up. Hey Pyro, how's it going? We seem to be having some lag issues at the moment, so we're trying to see if we can't do something to fix it. Maybe. Nah, it just looks like it's going further and further behind. Alright. Okay. Let's go. See what that looks like. Plenty of time. We'll have to do that. I was talking about. Several letters, security. Let me love them. Just like that. So, they need to be blocked. I think this is going to be the one where we have maybe drag munitions, which disrupts engine exhaust flow, which will prevent power distribution from increasing thrust. So it slams into their ship and then starts some Twitch issues at the moment. Well, that's good anyway. So, yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going on. We're going to be able to max this one out. So we're gonna head on back then. Nothing to buy here. Wait. Sell. Geological equipment. Right. 700 profit each, not very much, but still, it's something. Alright, well, that's not what I want. Battle weapons, personal weapons. That's not what I want. Discord, you got it. Discord was also one of the things that I tried getting rid of to see if it would do anything. Okay. Well, thank you. Let's see if we can figure anything out. I'm getting a bit rate of 4,000 kbps. It does say that it's diving down to very low numbers sometimes. But yeah, for whatever reason, it's not looking like we're having any issues from that side. So that's pretty not nice. Alright, I'm gonna try to refresh the whole stream. Let's see what happens. We're getting like, I don't know, halfway through our hour, so it's almost like we'd be close to having another ad break or something like that. Not really. That's not what I wanted. Nope. Man. Salk settlement. Please go there. It's weird. Okay, anyway. Okay, let's go like this. So I'm going to first just get rid of Elite and Steam and see if that's what's causing any issues. If not, we will probably have to refresh the entire stream. So we'll see how it goes. All right, and we'll see where we are on here. Okay. Discord appears to be taking a huge chunk of virtual memory, so let's get rid of that. OBS browser page appears to be taking 42 gigs, so I don't like that either. Although I don't know where that would be. Like what would it be that it's right? Because these are all duplicated on some other part. I don't know. Seems to have leveled out. Okay. Okay, now the question is, how long was the delay between you typing that message and me saying, oh, it's leveled out? Because that was almost one then the other for me. Pipe wire, also 41.9 gig. That's suspicious. OBS browser page. There are two of them now. Okay. Huh. Okay. So let's see if going back in is going to cause any problems. Oh, update to Steam. That might help too. This also might yell for taking up a lot of resources. Okay, let's see how this goes. We're going to do our typical update upgrade loop over here on Ubuntu. Now, realistically, I should have done this before stream. Should have, in fact, restarted the entire computer, gotten rid of any cache that was sitting around. But hey, didn't do it, so we'll see how it goes. Alrighty, and don't need to restart the computer. Okay, let's take your word for it. On Steam, Elite Dangerous, go. $52 say this. I have it that, like, what I can see on my monitor is significantly behind. I've hit refresh a couple of times to make sure that it actually did it, but yeah, no. It's still pretty far behind. Like, we're talking minutes. So it might be that we just have to restart the stream entirely. What time is it? Almost 3. Alright, so we got like another half hour or so. Sure, install it now. It's gonna be terrible, I'm sure. Okay, jump back. Come on.
Takeoff procedure
Yeah,
complete.
there we go.
Clear for departure.
Oh. Too hefty. So if that just popped up for you when you said you had 2 minutes stream delay at this moment, yeah. Ouch. 2 minutes sounds about unfortunately correct, so we may just have to, like I said, may just have to restart the whole thing. Right, so we probably need to also share this so that you can all see it. I'm pretty sure you can't. Get away from the sun. Good times. We just mauve-addered immediately. Cool. start later. We're still in Quanti. I don't even know what direction we're supposed to be heading in. Oh, right. Because we didn't reload. So every time you relog, you need to reload the system jumps? What the hell? It just like decided that it didn't want to reload them. Still going to Salk. Oh. There's a possibility we're just gonna brave and tunnel all the way back. Come on, man. Five, six left. No heat sinks on this one. Movatter again. Man. Yeah, we're gonna be having some fun here. Who's on, by the way? Just Maynard. Brosab, Barnard. Psychit. Cool. Yeah. Doesn't keep him. That's really weird. I feel like it should be able to keep, at the very least. Like, where were you headed? Were you way over here? What the hell's going on? No, that's the complete wrong power. There we go. Yeah, this is just eating up like double fuel every single time. It's great. Let's go. Oh, illegal cargo in the system. Oh no. Battle weapons, I think. Personal weapons as well. Again. 3 jumps. Yeah, yeah. Not like any. Yeah, I mean, true. Anymore. It's more out of habit at this point. Cut the corner on the star. anything either. So, as soon as I get this down, should be 3 to 5 minutes. We're going to hit an ad break. Apart from being like 2 minutes behind, I think we're doing okay here. This still says that I'm jumping into CC Airy. Yeah, CC Airy. So, that's pretty far behind. Yeah, like I said, we'll be hitting an ad break then, and then, way too early. We'll go and cycle water, possibly just restart the stream, because, again, it's looking pretty rough. It looks like it's fine now, it's just that it was also significantly far behind. And then we will actually get our crate with the engineered modules. No. These were mostly for non-Thargoid stuff, so the things we have on us right now really aren't going to help. Although we do have... Oh, we didn't do the beam lasers. Yeah. Might be able to take something with us on the crate for the Titan in order to reduce the heat that we have on our ship. I don't think I did that one yet, so never mind. We're fine. I did summon the Mandalay so that we would be able to make jumps to engineers a lot quicker. So I guess I might load up the beam lasers onto that and then hop over to the appropriate engineer.